And that leads me to the fourth key. And that is, all of these things are really part of the journey inwards, but responsibility and choice and uniqueness all help me turn my attention inwards till the point where I go to the inner being that I am. When I come to that inner being and I give myself quality time to look at myself, and the strangest thing is that it's actually an indicator of how little we value ourselves that we don't give time to ourselves. And I do see that both things are absolutely synonymous. If I value someone, I make time for them, right? If I'm dismissive about somebody, I don't value them so much, I'll make excuses and say, oh, I've got this, I've got this, I've got the other, I've got the other. And it might be true, I do have all those other things. But if I value someone, I'm going to sort out things so that I make time for them, because I appreciate being with them. So how much time do I give myself? Am I too busy to give time to myself? Well, if I am, that's a very, very clear indication of how much I value, or rather, I don't value myself. And so, when I start recognizing this, and I go on that journey inwards, I discover the true beauty of the self. I discover that I have treasures that I didn't know about, or at least I'd forgotten about or I'd ignored, which means that going inwards, yes, there'll be the turmoil of the waves of thoughts that come from here and there. There'll also be the things that I've been avoiding looking at, such as the anxieties, the concerns, the fears. I've been too busy and put them out of my mind, and when I give myself space and silence, all of these things keep coming in. But I persevere, a little bit of patience, and I go inside, deeper and deeper. And I come to that center point of stillness that is there within me, the point of peace, Om Shanti, my original state of being of peace. And so turning inwards, I find the fourth key, the key to the treasures within. Peace, but it doesn't stop there. Once I discover the treasure of peace, I then also discover the treasure of love. Think about the times when you've been with your family and you've come home after work, and these are the people you love the most, you value the most in your life. And yet, because your mind is restless, it hasn't come to grips with the things that have been going on through the day. There's just been too many things you've been bombarded with. The economic climate, the problems with trade unions, the problems with government, all the things that go on in one's world today. And instead of leaving those things behind at work, which is where you should, once you shut the door, the work is left there. And you come home and you take the time to be with your family, to enjoy their company, and to give them some benefit of yourself, to give them something of yourself, so that as your children grow up, they can feel the treasures that you have shared with them. Now, those of you who are my age, or maybe even younger than me, or maybe even older than me, will remember that your most precious memories are not the toys that your parents bought you, or even of the entertainment places that they took you to. The memories will be of the times that you spent with them, the things they shared with you, the things they learned, they taught you and you learned from them. Those will be the precious memories that you hold in your heart. Now, is this the legacy that I'm leaving my children also? Am I giving them my quality time and attention so that then they're able to keep those special gifts with themselves? But of course, instead what happens is that we bring home all the burden and all the load from work, and in that state of peacelessness, we forget that families are for loving, families are for sharing, and so we're not able to give them that love and that care and share that each one needs so much. And of course, once our families don't receive that from us, they seek other solutions. They seek things with friends outside, they seek amusements and entertainments that are not necessarily the best thing for them. But in a way, it's like we've pushed them in that direction. They wouldn't have gone in that direction if we'd created that family and that environment in which they were being sustained. And so definitely, the prerequisite to be able to experience love is peace. When I can experience peace within, then I'm able to share love with a generous heart, an open heart with others. Another aspect of the treasures within the self, and there's many values and virtues that we can have in our lives. You can make a list of them and make it up to 125 or 136, whatever it is. Or you can condense them down and bring them down to 12 basic core values that are universal values. Or you can bring it down further to the essence and come to just 5 essential ingredients which are the components of the inner being of the soul itself. Peace and love and purity and truth and joy. And each one of these comes in sequence. When I experience the peace within, then I'm able to start experiencing love. When I experience love, then the power of that love enables me to clean myself so that I come back to that original state of cleanliness and purity, which is my own. I'm able to have a glimpse of truth, and I'm able to start moving in the direction of truth. We often hear this term that each one of us has innate wisdom within ourselves, and I believe that's true. But what we have to do is to be able to access it, and we've forgotten how to do this. And so when I go through the process of discovering the treasures of peace, of love, of purity, yes, then I can understand the truth, the wisdom that's there within. And then joy is naturally part of my life. I don't need to be seeking happiness outside. But when I have these inner treasures which money cannot buy, we think that if we go to a wonderful paradisical island, we'll be able to find peace. Well, think again. Why? Because you'll carry all your baggage with you. But apart from all the baggage in here, you'll probably carry your BlackBerry. And that'll keep sending you messages that are not very comfortable. We become addicted to all these toys of technology. You know, when these things were invented, we were told these are to save time and energy and labor. And is that true? I don't see it. I see that people have become addicted to all of these things and have become slaves to this. I won't go into the detail, but you can work it out for yourself. And so, money can't buy you peace. Sometimes we think that money can buy us love. Now, when you actually look at it from a state of, clarity and distance, it's absolutely ridiculous. Now, how is it possible? And yet, so many people in the world think that, yes, you can buy love. Whether it's your partner's love, or whether it's your children's love, or whether it's your friend's love, or whether it's your employee's love. Very strange way of thinking. And of course, at some point, we realize how false it is. And then we get very hurt and disappointed, and we say, but I looked after them, I gave them so much, I did all of that. But what I didn't do for them is to treat them with respect, treat them with dignity. And if I treat someone with respect and dignity, I win their love. I can't buy their love. I can't force their love, but I can win their love. Just simply by treating another human being with respect and dignity. And so I discover love that's there within, so that I don't need to be searching for it outside or trying to find it outside, but rather I know it's there, and it's something that I can share with others too. And we'll come to that again a bit later. But peace and love and that inner state of cleanliness in which negativity has been eliminated, all of these things are things that, yes, truly are the treasures within. A truth that's able to guide me in the right direction if I'm willing to listen to it, if I'm willing to hear that soft, gentle voice of conscience that speaks inside of me. That's there too. And a joy that's there for me forever, that no one ever can snatch away. So, the fourth key to happiness is to very consciously make time for yourself, recognize the inner being, and spend time looking at the treasures that are there within your own inner world.